Friday, June 22nd. Right now, Beth Ann is probably still out on her big date. I'm going to have to hear every little detail tomorrow. Today, I stopped over at her house, and she modeled about 15 outfits, still trying to decide what she was going to wear. Honestly, I don't see what all the fuss is about. Guys never notice anyway. She finally decided on a red blouse and white slacks. I thought she looked a little fat in that outfit, but she was such a wreck that I didn't dare say so. Then she messed around with her hair for about 3 hours, trying to decide whether it looked better up or down. At about 4 o'clock, she said she had to take a bath and start getting ready. Derek and his brother were arriving at 7. I sure hope she had enough time. Maybe I am a little jealous, but also I am sort of happy for her because she thinks this is such a big deal. I don't think I would want to go out with someone I had never met before, though. I mean, what if you didn't like the guy? I guess you could probably tell from the play I wrote yesterday that dear old Maggie got permission from Dad to go to the big party on Saturday with Kenny. Cinderella Maggie has to be home at midnight, though. Today was Maggie's day to watch Tommy, but she traded with me because she had to go out and buy a dress. Brother. She came home with this skinny black dress that has almost no back. I think Carl Ray is putting on a few pounds. No wonder. Maybe he didn't get fed at Aunt Radine's. The biggest news of the day came at dinner when Dad said for about the millionth time, "So, Carl Ray, find a job today?" Carl Ray nodded. We almost missed it because we are so used to him saying, or nope. Dad said, "Does that mean?" Mom said, "You gotta." And for the first time since Carl Ray arrived, he actually grinned. "Yup," he said. Boy, did Dad look happy. Well, now that's great news. "Sure is, Carl Ray," I said, and all around the table, everyone was saying, "Wow," and "Good," and "My, oh my." Carl Ray kept grinning. He actually had to stop shoveling food into his mouth because he was grinning so much. This is how it went after that. "So, where's this new job?" "Hardware store." "Furtz's Hardware?" "Yup." "Well, and what will you do there?" "Don't rightly know." "You don't know what your job entails?" "Uh-uh." "When do you start work, Carl Ray?" "Monday." Do we sound like a boring family or what? Well, anyway, at least Carl Ray found a job. And at least he knows when he starts. Saturday, June 23rd. I can hardly believe it, but I've almost filled up this whole journal, and I've only been writing 2 weeks. I went out and bought another one today because I like doing this. It makes it easier to go to bed at night for some reason. Today was your regular Saturday. Got a plate, good old Alski's ham and hot bread for lunch. This time, Mom didn't make us wait for Carl Ray to hog it all first. Waited around for Master Carl Ray to get up so I could make a stupid bed. 7 more days of this slavery. Watched Carl Ray sit in front of the TV. Went over to Beth Ann's. Beth Ann was acting as if she'd just been crowned the Queen of Easton or something. I'd never seen her like that. When I went over there, she was lying on her bed dressed in one of her sister Judy's flimsy nightgowns. Pink nylon. Ugh. Flipping through 17, which is a magazine. She didn't even seem happy to see me. "Oh, hi there," she said. She kept flipping through the magazine. "Well?" She turned a page. "Do you like this outfit?" She held it up for me to see. "Not really." She flipped to the next page. "Well?" I was beginning to feel a little invisible. She was studying an underwear ad. "Aren't you going to tell me about last night?" Normally she would have been pouring out every single detail, even if she and her parents had gone to the Tasty Freeze. "Oh," she put the magazine down. and stretched out on the bed, fixing the nightgown as if someone was going to take her picture. Then she got this dreamy look on her face and said, "It was divine." Divine? Did she just say divine? "Derek is truly wonderful." Truly? Where did you get these words like divine and truly? "He's truly precious." Truly precious? I thought I was going to gag. She sounded just like Christy and Megan at school. "Beth Ann, just tell me what you did, huh? Did you go to the drive-in?" She nodded and got this big smile on her face. "With Judy and what's his name?" "Gregory. Derek's brother's name is Gregory." "Okay. With Judy and Gregory?" "Yes." This was driving me crazy. Beth Ann normally would tell you what everyone wore and what color the car was and what color the interior of the car was and if it was clean or dirty, and then she would get on to what time he picked her up and what her mother said and what her father said and on and on and on. Then she sat up and said, "So what are you doing tonight?" "Nothing. Want to go to the movies or something?" She started winding a piece of her hair around her finger. "Oh, I'd love to, Mary Lou, but I can't. Derek and I are going to some party with Judy and Gregory." I went home. It really bothered me all day that she didn't tell me anything about her date and that she dropped that bit about her and Derek going out again. Dropped it like some big bomb right on my head. I didn't think best friends did that sort of thing. Even though our house was full of people all day, I kept having this lonely feeling. It was really strange. Am I jealous? I'll probably never have a date. I'll probably go on, watching Maggie and Beth Ann be all soppy over boys, and I'll probably wake up one day and be 75 years old, in my wheelchair, with drool running down my chin, and I will still never, not ever, have been on a date. It didn't help matters that Maggie spent the entire day soaking in the tub and doing her nails and fixing her hair. I have to admit, though, that she looked terrific when she got ready to go. When Kenny came to pick her up, he came into the house and sat down. He never sits down, and pretended to talk like an adult to my father. He said, "Hello, Mr. Finney, sir." My dad just sort of smiled. "Hello, Kenny. Have you had a nice day, Mr. Finney, sir?" "Yes." Kenny kept turning his head. I think his collar was too small. He was all dressed up in a gray suit and a white shirt and a blue tie. "So, where exactly is this party?" my dad asked. Yes, sir, it's at the Fergusons. Do you know Bill Ferguson?" "No, I don't think I do." "Well, he is a very nice guy. You'd like him, Mr. Finney. Well, I think you might." "And where exactly does this Bill Ferguson live?" He lives in this big house over in Norton, 733 Lindale Street. Here's the phone number. I wrote it down for you." My dad looked at the piece of paper Kenny gave him. So they went on like that until Maggie came downstairs and everybody fell all over her, saying how terrific she looked. Carl Ray kept staring at her as if she was some sort of goddess or something. And of course, Dad reminded her to be home by midnight. And Kenny right away said, "Of course, sir. Midnight it is. Very good." It's now 11 o'clock. I wonder what time she'll really be home.